Hello and welcome. And I'm really pleased today we're going to have a football futures dialogue with Trevor Walters and AJ of this great competition we've got coming up in Nigeria in October with a grand final in November. So, Trevor, AJ, how are you doing?
Not too bad. Thank you very much,
Now, I'm
Rudy.
okay.
Good, 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 good. So let's start. So, what are the core objectives of the TharmEquest Jameria football competition beyond winning matches, and particularly as it relates to youth development, community engagement, regional collaboration?
Okay, let me start off. Okay. Thank you for the opportunity there, Rudy, to be able to come onto the show and to um, give an overview of this competition. Okay, I just want to kind of give you a little, just a slight background. Is that
Mm,
the company that I run is TharmEquest, based in the UK. Okay, and what we've done is that we've teamed up with Ajayi from probably about 20 years back now,
okay.
and we've been helping him invest in his football club, which is called the Power Rangers.
Mhm.
And over those years, we've helped him, just develop community aspects around football. Um, what we done 2 years ago, 2023, he was running this competition, which he's been running for quite a while. I'll let AJ give you a background. It's been quite a while. And what he's been doing is he's been running this grassroots competition. And what we've done on the TharmEquest, we came in 2023 because it's every 2 years that he runs this. We came in 2023, put some investment into it to help him develop the 2023 competition. What then happened after 2023, which was a success, he said to me, can I help him sponsor 2025? Because it's every 2 years. And we looked into it and we said yes. And my team kind of said, okay, we would help him develop it. And what we're doing this year, 2025, is we're helping him to develop it on a more international level
Yeah.
rather than just even though it's based in Nigeria, and I'll kind
Mhm.
of give you a little bit of a background, even though it's based in Nigeria, originally we wanted to do it with Jamaica. We wanted a Jamaican concept against it and a Nigerian, so the two
Yeah.
would collaborate together.
Mhm.
That's where the Jameria name came about
Okay.
originally.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you notice, you've got JAM.
That's
Yeah, right.
yeah.
So we wanted to kind of collaborate the two, but
Yeah.
because of the financials and the way that we couldn't get into Jamaica at the time, we didn't really have the contacts into Jamaica the way that we wanted to. We left it in Nigeria,
Yeah.
okay, for this year, 2025. Now, you asked the question, what's the core objective? The
Yeah.
core objective of it isn't about just winning a
Yeah.
football tournament. It's got
Mhm.
nothing about just winning.
Yeah.
It's a collaboration helping the youngsters within the community of Nigeria
Mhm.
to identify and nurture their talents. I mean,
Right.
there's a lot of talent in whichever country you go to. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter which
Of course.
country. So, as I said, because AJ is based in Nigeria, we're nurturing the talents
Mhm.
in
In
Nigeria first,
Nigeria. Yeah.
right? We want to improve and promote peace and community within the Nigerian community where he's based. And
Mhm.
it's based around football, because as you know, football brings people together.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a
Mhm.
couple of areas that we're looking at.
Mm.
And we want to promote the talent, not just locally. We want to take the local talent, but we want to give them an international basis. So
Yeah.
if there are some local youngsters, we want to help them potentially to move up through the ranks and maybe international side of things.
Yeah.
As we know, football can eradicate poverty
Yeah.
and crime. There's no disrespect. Wherever you go, there's
Mhm.
poverty, there's
Yeah.
crime in any organization. We want to help develop and eradicate that and bring
Mhm.
people together.
Mhm.
So what AJ's done, he's got the community around him
Mhm.
and developed that.
Right.
Now, I just pushed back a little bit about probably about 15, 20 years back. I used to have a football agent's license in the UK.
Mhm.
As you know, 20 years ago,
Yes.
it's put problems. Right. So I came out of that
Yeah.
agency, and the company that I run is a management now. We're not into sports agents. But
Right.
with AJ, the way we've worked it and we hope to develop it is that if we see some youngsters
Hmm.
and we will help them,
Yeah,
and what we will do, we will go to a sports agent and say, this is we've got this youngster or this female, whatever. We want to bring them up on a level. This is a deal. So we've got the basics of how we would work the deal out.
good. You got a process.
There's a whole process around what we're
Yeah,
doing, a whole process,
good.
right? I just want to, before I pass you on to AJ, who can give you a bit more, the way that we're going to work it is that if we find a youngster,
Hmm.
right, who is good enough, we put them on our books,
Yeah.
help them develop them,
Hmm.
we'll let them play the football. But there's one thing they have to understand when we do the contract deals is that 5% of their
Hmm.
potential earnings, whatever they earn, goes into the community,
Great.
right? They have to put 5% minimum, they can put whatever they want, but minimum put back into the community to help the community of Nigeria and the grassroots football. That's a key that we are
Yeah.
working on. And whoever comes with us, they would have to go down that road.
That sounds great because you're developing an ecosystem, which is essential, which becomes circular. And this
Yes,
is the right time to do it at this point of development. So that's really great to hear.
that's right. AJ, do you want to just give the viewers
Yeah,
a bit of
I'm going to
background?
add to what you said. You said most of the things, and the vision behind it is just to make sure that we go into the community. Not only we are trying to develop the kids themselves, like self-development. We're
Hmm.
also looking at using football as a means to eradicate crime,
Yeah.
get the kids off the streets, and give them that sense of belonging. Make them believe that crime doesn't pay.
Yeah.
If you invest your talent, if you invest what you're doing, there's tendency for the world to know you. And like he said too, when you make it to football, definitely you help your family out of poverty, and you also kind of you be a role model to some people. So, and one of the tools we can use is football. So, and this is something we've started like over 10 years,
Hmm.
and it has always been there. But officially, TharmEquest came on board 2 years ago, and then I can assure you that um, it's a huge development. It's a kind of that support kind of motivates one to say, okay, definitely few people believe in what you're doing, and
Mm.
it's been a lot of what the kids are looking up to now, and it's just one of the key tool for us to okay,
Mm.
this is a community that okay we can actually say okay we are fighting crime, and then we've been able to kind of eradicate it totally. So apart from that, it's engage the kids, it can engage kids, and it's just another avenue for them to showcase their talent.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're just proud of that collaboration. And then it's something that the kids are always looking up to.
Yeah. And about this that you're doing in the work that we're doing internationally, we've now started to use a term geo community development. So it's not just about the community that we're going into, but it's also about the communities from where we're from,
Yeah,
which is in essence
Yeah,
what Trevor's talking about. And I'm really glad it's football that's doing this as well,
that's right.
because and then in response to the point that you were just making, AJ, when it comes to young people, so we talk about young people need somewhere to go, young
yeah,
people need something to do, young people need someone to
yes,
show them how. So again,
yes.
process-wise, that's really what you're doing. So in a sense, it kind of leads me into my next question. Are you
All right.
integrate education and health and sort of leadership, so what kind of pathways are you going to establish amongst the players in the communities?
Can I answer that first,
Yeah,
AJ?
you just go ahead, and I'll
Yeah.
definitely
Okay.
support.
Okay.
You're already part of the system, so you know more of the
Yeah.
system. So no problem. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
okay. What we've done? Okay. but working with AJ in Nigeria. Okay, he's got the community on his side. Okay, because he's a football coach and he's been a long-standing football coach and with all the professional credentials, etc. Now, in the local area that he's based in, okay, he's set up community-based education systems. Now, when I say community-based education systems, you've got to take it from this level. And I always say this, is that not everybody can become a footballer. Right.
Yeah.
You think you are, but not everybody can become a footballer. So let's get that into our heads. Now, what he's done, he's gone and said to people, okay, you may not be able to make it as a footballer, but what you can do is work behind the scenes of football.
Of course, the infrastructure.
You've got it, right? So therefore, you could be an administrator.
Yeah.
You could be a coach. You could be a physio. I mean, you could be many different things around the football, as you rightly said, the infrastructure. So what he's done, he's set up that foundation, right, within his community to say to people, okay, you might not be able to make it, but these are other things that you can do.
There's a choice.
What we've also done is that some of the things that you've seen when I've been sending out the emails to you is that they've got people like graphic designers. Okay. So, you know what I mean? Those guys didn't make football, but they've come on to something else. They've used the experience to say, oh, I can be a graphic designer, or I can I mean, be a coach, or I want to get into physio, whatever it might be. Build an educational system around the football community, not just saying to people or to youngsters, oh, you want to be a footballer, I don't make it, and then what do they do? I mean, he's built that up around it. That's why we as TharmEquest from the UK, we like that idea. And what we would like to do is use some of that structure that he's done and move it into other areas. Just like what I said when I mentioned about Jamaica, I would like to move that possibly into Jamaica. And also, I've got some contacts in Ghana, and we've also got contacts in Grenada. Okay. Where we're working with certain people to develop the system.
We're trying to also extend it to Kenya as well. We're working out something in Kenya as well.
Carry on, AJ. You're over to you.
In Kenya.
No, I'm just saying we're working on something in Kenya as well. So if you had one of the countries you are trying to expand to, Kenya is also on it now. They're expecting us in Kenya as well. So go ahead.
So as we're saying, right, is he structured it in a way that it's just not about you being a football star. You know what I mean? So that's where we come with the education, and also, you know what I mean, as we all know now, you know what I mean, is women's football.
Important.
Women's football is high in the moment. You know what I mean? You got the Euros, you know what I mean, with the Euros going on and everything, right? And what he's done, not me, but what he's done, he's developing the women's football within the community as well. So it's a whole structure that we're working on. And we in TharmEquest UK are proud to be part of that. And what we would like to do, as I said, is work with other organizations such as yours, and also not just locally, but more internationally, because we want to go an international base. Because the one thing that I would like to happen, and I've mentioned this to AJ, is the next one that we do 2027, right, is not have it in Nigeria, but have it a bit more open. So we can say like we might go to say 4 countries and say, okay, Jamaica, you put two teams up. I know Barbados, you put 2 teams up, UK, and have it more international, and then have kind of a mini grassroots World Cup type of thing.
That would be great, and that would be inspiring as well for all involved. That's a great idea.
That's what we're aiming for.
Yeah. So you got anything to add to that, AJ?
Yes. I also want to also point out that looking at it, like you said, too, we are not limiting whatever we are doing to just football only.
Mm.
We want to see that, okay, even when you don't make it football, you don't come back to the community and be a nuisance. You
Yes.
don't come to the community and be a threat to the community. So we
Yeah.
want to make sure that outside football, you can combine it with education and
Yeah.
other things. Like you just have to be equipped one thing or the other.
Hmm.
Even in our team, like by the grace of God, next year will be 30 years, and
Great.
it's not only about just telling them that it's football, football. No,
Mm.
we have some, like you said, we have people that are into graphics, we have phone engineers, we have computer engineers, we have other people that are also into one thing or the other, just to make sure that, okay, whatever you're doing, it is football and other things,
Mm.
to make sure that you are engaged positively. So, and it's really yielding profit for us. It's really helping us because, like we said, I want to make sure that we use football to fight for
Yeah.
poverty. But, education on this side, even if you cannot make it to that higher level
Hmm.
education wise, you just want to make sure that you have something to fall back on. So
Yeah.
that at the end of the day, you are able to be independent. You don't need to rely on anyone to survive. You just want to make sure that, okay, at least you have something that you can easily fall back on. So on our own part here, it is football plus something positive that you have to be doing.
Mm. Yeah.
Uh,
That's
we
good.
don't make it that every morning, every day you have to be on the field. No. After training, you must be going somewhere. You must be doing something that also equip you.
Yeah.
So that's part
Ex
of our mission.
Excellent. And actually, we've got coming up soon a special dialogue on women in football. So that might be something that you're interested. So if
Okay.
you've got any of your footballers, happy for them to come on the platform. So we're going to have a dialogue
Oh, that would be
around
good.
that.
Apart from the male team, we have the female team too. We
Yeah,
have some of them that are also into other things that like
exactly.
cosmetics. They do some other thing. We have some of them that play hair. We have some of them that are also into fashion design.
Yeah, excellent,
So
excellent.
you
And
just want to make sure that
and you
you are there and you're doing good for yourself.
yeah, and the good thing with that again, that element we're willing and happy to promote as well. So those who are involved, giving them access
Thank
to
you so
this
much.
international platform,
Yeah.
which, as I said at the beginning, it's about a pathway to opportunities. Going back to Trevor's earlier point, that's all we've got to put in place, put the infrastructure in place that provides a pathway to opportunities. And then it's down to talent, your
Yeah,
commitment, your perseverance, getting
exactly.
up when you drop down, get up again, and drop down, get up
That's
again,
it.
drop down, get
Yeah.
up again. It really is as simple as that.
Also, yeah, that's the network in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Sorry, brother.
Okay. So in what ways will the competition strengthen the football infrastructure, coaching standards, and talent identification systems within both TharmEquest and the broader JAMERIA ecosystem?
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. The TharmEquest structure is a UK-based structure, okay,
Mm,
based around just football. So we're more investment. So
right.
we're an
Okay.
investment company
Yeah.
and we invest into football. So
Mm,
I mean, it doesn't matter where you are. You could be the UK, you could be East London, South London, North London. If we feel that, I mean, you need some help and some structure in now, when
mm,
you come in, we will look at it and we
mm.
will put an investment plan in place and work with that organization to say,
Okay.
this is
Yeah.
what we'd like to do.
Mm,
Okay. What we're looking at, right, as I said before, is there's a structure that Ajayi has set up. Okay. And we want to implement not exactly, because it's not an exact, you can't do exact what Nigeria had done and just
mm.
say you're going to, we'll put it up and there you go, put it in East London. But have a structure around it to look and say, okay, that bit there, that bit there, that bit there, that bit there can build up and you can work a structure towards that. Also, I know that what we're saying is that we want to work with some of the football clubs. Okay, I know some of the football clubs have their own structures already set up, but what I've noticed over the years, right, is that they're very secular. I mean, they've got their own youngsters
Mhm.
who they've built up from the age of
Mm.
6, 7, 8, 9,
7
10,
years
11,
old, yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And anything outside of that, they don't want to know,
Yeah.
right? So if you've got a youngster who's, let's say, 14 years old, but he's never been in that academy structure,
Mm.
that guy might be better than some of those youngsters that's gone
Sure.
through the system.
Mm.
And what we're trying to do is work with some of the clubs to say these are some of the youngsters outside of the mainstream
Mm.
academy
Mm.
that you can look at. So you come to us, TharmEquest, and what we can do, we can work with you and say, I've got 2 or 3 youngsters who you've never seen, but has got the possibility of being a footballer. Give
Yeah.
them a chance. But if the clubs don't know about them, then those youngsters, I'm not going to say, well, maybe they may go off the rail and say, oh, I want to be a footballer. How do I become a footballer at 14 years old?
Yeah.
What do you do? So we as TharmEquest are going to be that kind of bond between the club and that community youngster to give them
Yeah.
possibility of a chance to get
Yeah.
into the football system.
And that connection is really important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how we, as TharmEquest, is going to work it. And the
Hmm.
same thing, what we're going to hope to do is that if AJ comes to me and says, okay, he's got a youngster in Nigeria who's very good,
Mm.
okay, then the possibility again of
Mm.
getting the football clubs involved to
Mhm.
look at that person.
Yeah.
eh, how does someone like West Ham, for argument's sake, see a Nigerian person who's 14? They won't know about him. But
Cool.
if I'm there as that link, I
Yeah.
can say to them, look, there's a guy over there who's good.
Mm.
Go out there, have a look, get some profiles on him or whatever, and see the
Yeah.
possibility of bringing them over and working with him. You know what I mean? And that goes
Mm.
for any country player that we work with. So if you've got Jamaican or you've got Nigerian, you've got Kenyan,
Yeah.
how does the club know they're there?
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do.
And what's good about this, it's we could describe it as international scouting plus,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, you're
which
right.
is really important,
Yeah. I mean, as I said, right? Yeah, I mean, when I was actually an agent and I had some youngsters who were very, very good.
Mm.
They were good, but back then it was a very closed shop, very
Yeah.
closed.
Cool.
Now, okay, it's a bit better. I'm not saying better, but it's a bit more better than
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, the internet is there. You can easily get
So
means
you
of
know where I'm
accessing
going
the
with
player
that.
Yeah.
about playing. So it's a bit, the internet is helping out. The social media is helping out.
Right.
Project.
So that's where we're
Okay.
going with that, Logan.
So in a sense then, how will you measure the success, you know, in terms of the competition, the social impact, player development, and the outcomes around all of this program, the expected outcomes from this program?
I'm gonna be very honest. It's not going to take this competition to find that success. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's a long-term goal. Okay.
ongoing. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's an ongoing thing. So the way that I measure it will be
Mm.
we're involved in it for the first no, even though we was involved in it 2 years ago, but
Mm.
we're more involved in it
Yeah.
this time round. And
Yeah.
a lot of money, a lot of effort into it, and a lot of time and
Mm.
effort.
Mm.
So what's going to happen over this competition, we will see. I mean, we will look, we'll analyze, we'll take it back,
Mhm.
we'll talk it through, and with AJ, we'll sit
Mhm.
down and work out what is that success. Where did we go wrong? Where did we go right? And then what we will then do, we will take that information,
Mm.
okay, and then we will bring it to people like yourselves.
Mm.
Say to you like, okay, Rudy, look, this is what the competition done. right? Yeah, I mean, it was a success in terms of, okay, a team will win it and we
Yeah.
can win the trophy.
Yeah.
That's no biggie. But
Yeah.
over that, when the competition's done and you do a 6 months analysis,
Mm.
it might be where you get one player that came out of it
That's right.
and you think, okay, right?
Yeah.
So therefore, I can use that and
Mhm.
then take that information and come to people like yourselves and other football and say, look, we've had this competition. This is what we've done. The success rate was one player out of it,
Yeah.
right? What can we do? And if it's possible, the other side that I'm trying to work with, is it possible to get football clubs involved where they may be able to send one of their scouts out
Yeah.
or maybe invest not so much physical money. We're not asking them to give money. It might be where they can say, okay,
Opportunity.
yeah, that's the word I was trying to get. The opportunity. So you get a coach from I use West Ham because that's my team. Right?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you,
Let's move on. Let's move on from.
yeah, but you know where I'm going. I mean, you get a football team who can
Yeah.
come out and say, okay, yeah, let's have a look, and
Yeah.
maybe during the summer season, right? I mean, when the football clubs they're going through their transition on new players, etc.
Trial.
Maybe send out a scout and have a look
Mm.
and come and help them. I mean, even
Yeah.
with, sending out football kits and footballs and that's
Exactly. And again,
what we're looking for.
we got such an array of talented ex-players as well,
That's it. Yeah.
and some of them do think about, from whence they came. So again, I think something an event like this and us just continually to raise the profile could attract
Yeah.
support from those who've got some influence in those areas as well.
Just before you say anything, AJ, I just want to kind of just jump just a bit. What the potential is as well is that what we're looking at is getting involved with, let's say, a football club. I
Yeah.
use a club, right? To say promote out this competition, to say, okay, let's see what these guys are doing. Let's sit down with them and talk to them. I mean, so you get the people like the Queen's Park Rangers with
Hmm.
down, and you get the Brentford. I'm not looking the Premier League because
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at the Leighton Orient teams, the
Hmm.
Brentfords, of the
Hmm.
world, going to them and talking to them and saying, look, this is what we're doing.
Hmm.
Can you help us? And even if it's a small financials, we're not asking hundreds of thousands of pounds.
Hmm.
It's a small financial, even by saying, let's have a competition and
Yeah.
bring these guys over. And see if there is any talent there, so that you, as a scout from what a club, can look at these guys and say, yeah, okay, he
Mm.
looks good with that potential. So that's what we're trying to
Yeah,
develop.
no, that sounds great because it also brings into uh, being the potential of having cooperative agreements where you host
Yeah,
clubs
yeah, that's right.
internationally, and of course um, we've got numbers of countries as well to choose from.
Yeah, that's right.
You
Yeah.
know,
And the thing is,
I don't know if I can also come in
yeah,
here.
yeah, carry on.
Like I can even say it's been such somehow. I can even say it's already a success because you can mention it. 2, 6, 7 years ago, there wasn't
mm,
any platform for us back here to even tell the world what we are doing. And
yes,
now TharmEquest coming on board. Now there's even now what we are doing presently is about what the tournament. So I already see it as a success because this will not create another platform
hmm,
for people to know that okay, in our community there are great talents. What we just simply need is that opportunity
yeah,
to showcase what we have, and already it should come from the tournament, and then once we start having those scouts or those clubs willing to also give our players that opportunity. I believe already it's a huge success for us because
yes,
that vision of having them to be at the top, for people believing in them, for people to be able to see them,
hmm,
this already platform, this will give them that platform to
yeah,
excel as
yeah,
players. And we
yeah,
also give back to the community. and
Yeah.
they'll also be a role model to some people as well. So I already
Yeah.
see it as a success. And like he said too, we can sit back after a month or two and see that and say, what? So once we start having teams, we start having scouts saying, okay, from that your tournament, can I have 6 players? Can I have 4 players
Yeah.
come over for trials? And I believe that once they have the opportunity now, they make it. Definitely, we are already
Yeah.
there. And the purpose of our tournament, the purpose of putting the kids together is already achieved. So I
Yeah.
see it as it's a platform for us to be successful with this. So which we
Yeah.
never had that opportunity when we started.
Yeah.
And
No.
all thanks to TharmEquest.
It is excellent because also what it does, it boosts the local confidence, in the
Yes.
neighborhood, the communities and the families and come out to support.
Yeah.
Again, it's just a great atmosphere. So as we come to the end, so can you tell us, who, what, where, when, what time the
Yeah.
competition's going to be and etc. etc.
All right. Right. Okay.
Uh,
The competition is going to start in October, and it's going to go all the way through to
17th,
the 17th
17th.
of October through to the 29th of
yeah,
November.
to 29th of November.
Okay.
Mm.
What you've got is 16 local
It's
teams.
going to be a 16 team. Okay, go ahead, yeah. 16 teams.
Okay.
Go
All right.
ahead. Ah,
No, it's
Wallahi,
your
you're
tournament.
already part of us,
It's
so
your
we can
tournament.
talk.
Tell them what it's about. Go on. Tell them what it's about. Go on, AJ.
Okay. All right. I believe it support it. Yeah, it's gonna be a 16 teams tournament, and
Yeah.
it will start from the 17th of October to November 29th, and it's gonna start like the preliminaries with the group stage to the quarterfinals to the finals, and lot of with the support and sponsorship. This is going to be one of the biggest. In fact, it's going to be the biggest because the support coming in from TharmEquest and Trevor is and from people like you too, because already people are beginning to call me all over the country. But we wish we could accommodate every team, but
Mhm.
we just want to limit it to 16 teams. And then it's like we said, it's a community team where we just want to bring football to the grassroots level. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be weeks of fun,
Mhm.
uh, weeks that will engage the kids and the community as well. And then also people around too will also make a lot of money because
Mhm.
getting to showcase whatever they sell to is
Yeah.
also an opportunity of also giving back to the community. So we are looking forward to it. October, we're just waiting for October to come. So that's it.
Can I say from a TharmEquest point of view, UK
Yeah.
TharmEquest, is that we've worked with AJ probably since 2023 for the last 2 years putting this together.
You worked with me before then.
Well, yeah, but we've
You've been
come to
there for us
people,
for close to 20 years.
yeah, and we've come to people like yourselves really
Mhm.
for our sponsorship. We not
Mhm.
come, we never come to you and ask you for money because it's not just about the physical money. I might come to you in 2 years' time and say I want some money if you're still interested. But it wasn't about the physical money. It was about the structure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about the structure. It's about selling the organ or the tournament to yourselves, such people
Mhm.
like yourselves, to say, this is what we're trying to do. This is the
Mhm.
grassroots. Okay. And even though we're putting it, as you said, in Nigeria initially,
Mhm.
okay, what we want to do is make it more international.
Mhm.
So hopefully, I mean, once this is finished in November, in November, we can come back
November? Yes.
in, yeah, we can come back to you in sort of 3 or 4 months after that. Once we've sort of like sat down and worked out how the success rate was, we can come back to you, sit you down and say, this is what happened, right? Are you interested in working with us for the next tournament, which will be in 2027? And not just put it, we may leave it in Nigeria. We may say, oh, let's leave it for the
Mhm.
moment.
Mhm.
Or you might come to us and say, okay, Trevor or TharmEquest and AJ, let's bring it. I've got some contacts in Ghana, Kenya, Jamaica, whatever. Let's bring it outside of that, so it gets a bit more secular. So more people, more countries can get involved.
Mm.
And as we said, it's grassroots football.
Yeah.
That's what you've got to look at. It's not professional, it's
Hmm.
grassroots
Mm.
Yeah.
football. We're looking at helping the youngsters to get into one, as I mentioned again, into football.
Hmm.
But if they can't make football, there's the
Yeah.
other things associated
There,
with
there is
football.
an ecosystem,
Yes,
and the more we promote that, the better.
yes,
And I think that's something to think about anyway, that you could just be doing it anyway, because you're already doing it in a practical sense, because you got the evidence in terms of what AJ's been telling us. But also from a TharmEquest perspective, Trevor, you could consider just promoting that separately to a wider range of potential stakeholders.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's true.
because it's a model. It is a model.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a good model as well.
And
Great.
before we go, I
Yeah.
just people may say to me, how did you work out Jameria? How did Jameria come about? Right? Probably people probably worked it out anyway. I mean, uh, initially we was the 2025 competition was called Cosmos, right? Of
Right.
a group organization called Cosmos, COSMAS. They sponsored it.
Yeah.
Okay. So when AJ came to me and said to me, okay, I can have the rights for it.
Yeah.
Initially, as I said, I was going to put it in Jamaica. And as of, I'm going to say this, as of Jamaican origin, and I've got all the connections, I thought, how do I put Jamaica and Nigeria together? And the team came up with Jameria.
Yeah, no, it's good. And I'm sorry, AJ, that Jamaica had to come first and Nigeria second.
Nah, it's okay. Actually, I adopted Jamaica as my second country, so
Excellent.
no problem with that.
Excellent. As long as you don't support West Ham, though, AJ.
Whoa.
Oh, no, no, but I've been to West Ham like 2 times.
But that was a concept of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, but again,
Yeah.
the name, it doesn't, it's not about the name,
Yeah.
it's about the competition. And
Yeah.
I know I'm going to say this again, and the logo, if you saw the logo,
I was going to ask, that's going to be my final question.
okay.
Tell me about the logo.
Right, okay. How the logo came about was that we wanted something upfront, I mean, something relevant to today.
Mm.
And the team came up with this bot.
Right. Yeah.
So the bot came up and they designed it. And if you notice how they designed it with Jamaican colors and Nigeria colors.
Yeah.
And so the bot was designed. And then one of my team said, let's give it a name. And we were thinking about a name. And someone kind of said, Jamaica Irie. I thought, yeah. So you kind of at first I'm thinking, but where did that come in Nigeria? But because with the colours of Jamaica and Nigeria is built into the bot,
Yeah.
we just came up with the name Irie. So now the bot is called Irie, the Irie, the robotic bot.
Yeah.
And
I
what
mean,
we're pushing out.
AJ, you need to get some local manufactured items around Irie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all need
Some
we
branding
are
and
working
things
on
that
it.
can be sold.
Yeah.
Because I know
Yeah,
I know
you
Trevor would
know,
have trademarked it and registered it and everything. So, I mean,
But yeah, but that's
that's
the concept.
another idea that we'll think about that. We consider that as well.
Yeah, but
and the
AJ,
shirts. Look how many
AJ was
shirts you
absolutely.
could probably sell.
Yeah, that's it. But
You know
no,
what I mean?
but that was the concept of that. But I mean, the reason around that is that
Mm.
if you notice in football, right, they always seem to have some kind of mascot.
Absolutely.
So we wanted a mascot built around the competition, and that's the concept when
Yeah.
everybody put their thoughts together and we came up with that.
I mean, I could see one of your creative young people, AJ, the adventures of
Oh,
Irie, the the chat the
yeah.
what footballer. I mean,
That's the
Irie goes to space. I mean, there's so many creative things.
yeah, definitely.
Or,
But
Yeah,
yeah,
or
yeah, no
Irie
problem.
explaining the basics of the game.
yeah,
I mean, it could be used as
Yeah,
going back, serious note,
yeah,
going back to Trevor's point about the 7-year-olds, because we know that so that could be a great learning tool for 7-year-olds,
yeah,
and it's staying within the
yeah.
culture and it's culturally relevant. And, and for
You're
us,
right. You're right.
we talk about knowledge mobilization from within the communities, within our own neighborhoods and communities.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely. But yeah, appreciate that. So
great.
thank you
All
for
right.
having us, Rudy. Thank
No
you for
problem.
having us
And
on this.
what we can do in a few weeks' time, we can come back on, do an update as we
Yeah,
get closer, and then
okay.
right up until when it starts. And then I think what'll be good, because it's over a few weeks, again, we can, after 4 weeks, can do a report, explain
Yeah,
what's going on. So it's another way of keeping
Yeah.
everybody informed and
yeah,
sharing what's going on until the big final
All right.
day.
yeah.
All right.
We're hoping I mean, we got to work this one out, right? We are hoping, and I use the word hoping to see if we can live stream the final.
Yeah,
Uh,
that would be great.
I mean, so again, that's something that we've been discussing. So that's something that we can come back to at a later date and say, yes, we can do it, or
Yeah.
we can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Have a good day.
And you, thank you.
Cheers. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.